Yeah, Mohanad, we're friends with Paul Feig. Paul Feig has a new thing with his powder keg thing called Break the Room.
Yeah.
And you have a deal with him. Doing
Yeah,
this
with
thing,
Break
right?
the Room.
Oh yeah, let's
yeah.
talk about that. What is the
Yeah.
Break the Room initiative?
Yeah, I mean, like we're writing a story that revolves around my my life and my like kind of like the person of color experience to being in Portland, and it's kind of focusing more of like being a person of color, like a refugee or an immigrant in a place that is like hyper liberal, I would
Right.
describe it, in a liberal bubble that thinks is like the perfect utopia.
And yet it's 90%.
And
white.
the show is gonna be like kind of like an anti-Portlandia kind of thing,
Right.
where it's just like, well, this is what you don't see in Portlandia. Look at all of these people, and like their experiences and stuff, because it's definitely an experience that like. Yes, I do have my own struggle and I have my own stuff, but also like a lot of people of color who live in Portland, they share the same experience of just being like a place where it gets too liberal that you're like silenced all the time because you're reminded of like, no, this is great. Like, what do you mean this is not good? This is like the best way I can describe it is like that show, The Good Place, where they think that they're in the good place and everyone's like, this is heaven, this is really great. And then at the ending, like, oh, this is the bad place. This has been hell this whole time.
Oh, God,
And
spoilers.
Who cares? Yes, 3 seasons now.
Yeah, because
I mean,
Portland. And
I guess they're giving seasons away these days. In my day, you had to retain 90% of the office's audience or you were fucking out. You were back to... All right. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
Because Portland, like for all of its hyper liberalism, is still like a very white, very kind of closeted.
It is.
Like, I mean, closeted rather.
It
like,
is, yeah. It is a different type of racism that you deal with. It's passive-aggressive racism. That's what you deal with.
You can feel like an outsider in a very liberal community.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
how does that daily play out? Like what's the day-to-day things that happen to you where you are reminded that you're the other?
It is sometimes like when you're like trying to go like by your day, and then someone has to bring up something that they saw on the news. Be like, because like I wake up every day, like I surprised don't think about what's happening in Libya every day. It's just like I try not to think about it because I'm like I left that place, so I'm like I'm proud to be from there. I love it so much.
That should make you automatically American.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about these bastards.
I haven't thought about Libya in 3
bastards.
years.
Yeah.
I'm American.
Yeah, even voted for Hillary. Anyway. And then you have those people I'm like that come to you like, oh my God, so I read this thing about Libya today and I'm like really sorry. Like must be so terrible. Like
That's me. That's what
Yeah.
like that's me if I'm bartending where you drink and I know you're from Libya. I'm
Dan,
definitely doing that.
You're being Portland right now.
Well, yeah, but So but that's annoying. It's like, because it's like they're looking at you as an immigrant.
Exactly, because like there's two narratives for immigrants. Like
I thought you were Italian when you came on stage.
A lot of people think that, yeah. There are like two narratives when it comes to immigrants, because like you have the Republican side where like you're vilified every day, you suck, leave, and then you have like liberals who just mostly like no matter what you do, they like sometimes they want you to be the victim so bad, like it doesn't let you rise because you can't leave because they want to make you feel like you need their help all the time, and once you break through, I'm like, I'm doing it, and they're like, yeah, but you're not a citizen, so good luck with that. Yeah. I just have to kind of like take you down a bit. I'm like, I feel like you're trying to run away from us. You don't need our help. We have to help you every step of the way because you need us. You need us so much. It's just like this like white savior kind of thing. They're just like, and I'm like, I don't need you. I can do this on my own. And also like
a word for us, we're socialized to feel that way. It's not easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're told that we're in charge of the world when we're in 6th grade, and then we're like turned out loose into this world that we don't run.
Yeah,
and we're like, "Where you, everybody?" And they're like, "Fuck you!" And we're like, "Okay, you're racist."
Yeah, it's very hard to be in charge.
So sorry.
I'm in charge of everything all the time, and I hate it.
I created a Plymouth Rock that I couldn't lift.
I want to help you, Brandon, but you're not poor enough.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's one of the many things that I'm like that idea of like if you're a white American and you encounter someone that you perceive as extrinsic in any way, whether it's by accent, complexion, or whatever, the most liberal component of the white American, I'm speaking for myself, has this like impulse to be like, I'm going to be an engine of understanding and connection. And the way I'm going to express that is I'm going to ask you, where are you from? And when you say Portland, I'm going to go, no, really, where from?
Yeah.
And that we're waking up into this world where actually that's you like fucking up. And how would you like to? It's like I'm done talking. But
Can I ask you,
Mohanad, like
how?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
After you, boss.
No, you take it.
But you're beautiful.
No, but look. No, you fucking take it, baby.
All right, I'll make it quick.
If I can do it.
How is the conduit getting here from the United States? So, like, will you help other people do this now that you're here? It's interesting because you seem like you were an ambassador. Will you be an ambassador for other Libyans trying to get to the United States? Are there organizations like that? How can we help?
It is, yeah. I mean, now it's very, very tricky. Because obviously, like I do my best to help. I'm not like involved in like any bigger organization or something, but I'm willing to like. There's so many organizations in Portland and stuff that would like reach out to me to like what's the best way to help, and I'm always
Shout them out.
What's that?
Can you shout them out?
There's one organization called ERCO that does a lot of help. There's also Mercy Corps that like located in Portland. They do a lot of work too with like refugees and immigrants. Those two organizations mostly like do a lot of work to help, especially like once you're here, they kind of like. They like help
These are
you
places that can be funded, because actually it occurs to me that we need to update our.
Yeah, ERCO is definitely a place that
once
can
a month we update.
funded.
We
Yeah.
have
How
like
do you
somebody.
spell it? What's it called?
It's IRCO.
IRCO.
Yes.
Is anyone up there less drunk and paying attention? I don't know. Like one of the. What's your favorite one? Like if you could.
I would go with that
will-
for sure. Yeah, because this helps like people like and they also provide like a lot of like immigrants like with like even like people like who went through trauma and stuff like that. They get you like a doctor and stuff like shrink and to help you through that. So they definitely do a lot of work.
Did you
I
choose
love that
Portland?
you learned shrink.
Yeah.
Did you choose Portland because that was a city that was amenable to that refugee process, or
No, I didn't pick Portland for that because the program I was on, they picked Portland State University for the program. So after the program was done, I was like, well, I'm in Portland now, and at least I know a few people.
and right now, like just like today, like Monday, are you still getting hate? Are you still getting like threatened and stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
Or
Yeah.
like where did your status, like in terms of your own comfort being here, go up or down, or where are you at right now?
Now it's kind of like in the middle, honestly.
But what do you do?
Wait,
You're like almost half
Dan,
my age.
Dan, let him answer the question. I'd like.
It is.
He was answering a question I asked him.
No, it is in the middle because it feels like some days it goes up and I'm like, oh, everything is great, and then it's taken down. Like just to go back to your question, like about helping and stuff. The reason that sometimes it's taken down because like, oh, like we're doing well, and then like, oh, travel ban and Libya is on it, and then like. People can't come in the country, and like my family can't come visit. I can't leave the country. It's just like we're like stuck in this situation. That's just like, what do we do? And then some days it goes up because like some days like some things happen, and we're like, oh, like someone cared, someone like did something like that, and it's just like you kind of like have more hope, more like, and then something like this, like ICE and CBB things happen, and you're like, oh fuck this, like is it like this is I hate. All of this.
Is there light at the end of that tunnel for you? Like, is there like do you see a place where you go like, okay, I'm full on citizen, nobody can fuck with me anymore, or is that just going to always be a thing for you here?
It's always gonna be a thing. Like it's like as a person of color, like you get a citizenship, and what does that matter? Like you're not like in the eyes of some Americans, you're never gonna be a true American because. You're just different. You have an accent. You're a person of color. You're black. You're just like you're never them. You're never gonna be them.
And you can have an HBO special, and you can still be the other.
You can still be the other. And like to bring it back to where we at the whole beginning, like with this thing with that rapper 21 Savage, like this is
That's
the
some
person.
bullshit.
this is a person who has contributed so much to the community, has done like is super famous, and then has the thing happen to them. And like last night at the Grammys, one person mentioned them, and it was a Swedish producer. I'm like, what about all of these people? Like, this guy is nominated, and he's not there, and not a single person would talk about like, because they don't want to make it political, while like someone is just wearing build the wall thing on the red carpet. It's just like
They weren't really concerned with him until he started doing children's programs in Atlanta.
Exactly.
And so that's one of the reasons that we're super pissed is that it's not just a guy. It's literally a guy who came to the United States, made money in the United States, and then gave back in ways that citizens don't.
Yeah, and like you see the government part of it, and then you see the citizens part of it. Like, how does this person move from there to having some like nobodies just being like, he overstayed his visa, he must go? Like, what do you know about immigration laws to say? Also, what have you contributed to this country? Like, if we want to like take it by contribution, like most of the people will be gone. Like, you've done nothing.
That's exactly right.
Well, we all need to be more easily triggered by that shit. I mean, not to be corny, but that old poem about like first they came for so and so, and then they came for blah blah blah, and it's like that's my narcissistic nightmare. There is a path from narcissism to patriotism to actually defending the fucking line, where it's like, actually, I don't want to be the guy that is responsible. I don't want to be standing on my front porch having everything up to me. Please make this easy on me. Please provide me with a country that understands this shit so I don't have to deal with it. You can be lazy and stupid and selfish. You can even be a little bit racist. My grandfather was 17 years old, and there's absolutely no way that the reason he lied about his age to go off and bayonet people in World War II was because he hated racism. He hated fascism. He hated the idea that being my grandpa wouldn't be up to him one day. He was selfish enough, narcissistic enough, even misogynistic and sexist enough to take up a bayonet and go, actually, finally, there's a bad guy I can identify with. And fuck, God damn it, Harmon, you got drunk and you started on your shit. Anyways, how are you? What are you, a Pisces? Are you a Pisces?
Hey, Dan.
I'm actually a Pisces.
Dan, have a nap.
One thing I wanted to ask you, which may put you on the spot, is after all of this, it's like you're a person that has no experience that is parallel to mine.
Yeah.
And I'm curious because meanwhile, I'm like there's absolutely there's no synchronicity between our like rhythms of like. Well, first I felt
sometimes
this way,
you're popping, sometimes you're locking.
Sometimes you're popping and locking.
Right.
And I'm kind of like I'm almost twice your age. And I'm wondering, like, what is your feeling about the construct called America? You can decline to answer that question.
No, and I can answer it. Yeah, the concept, like on paper, is great. Like if you see it, this is the perfect nation. But then in practice, most of the things that this country preaches is not practice. It's mostly practice in like other countries for some reason. They're doing it well. They're taking those American ideals and the American dream and they're doing it across the world. Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a huge irony. I heard this NPR special that I was like hammering on. I don't even understand what truly. I guess I'll listen back and I'll find out why.
Yeah, you do.
I can't wait to. I mean, what is the problem?
Go on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Will you mark this and you'll listen to this point? And you'll.
Yeah, I mean, I'm paying attention.
I want to mark this point, and so you're listening right now.
Yes.
As a sober person, and you're listening to the podcast.
Correct.
Because you're listening to it.
Let our guest who is interesting talk. You keep interrupting him while he's giving interesting answers because you want to talk about your own narcissism, and you're fucking blowing it. You're making it a giant bummer. Like this guy's fucking fascinating, and you don't let him get 3 words out without wanting to talk about yourself again.
Okay. Well.
No. Okay. Go on. Go on.
My opinion is that is technically accurate, but an exaggeration.
Cliffhanger! Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to Harmontown tonight. Give it up for Brandon Johnson.
We miss you, Spencer. We'll see you next time.
I don't get it. I don't really get it.
Give it up for Mohanad Elshieky. Fantastic, man. I'm Jeff Davis, your comptroller. Jen Harmon, your mayor.
Why do you come here? Why do you do this show?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm comptrolling. The show's over. It's 10 o'clock.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, everything went great.
All right, great.
Yeah, we could have heard more from our guests, but
It's a
that's all
good
right. Drive fast and take chances. Thank you, everybody. Zach, you got beats? Thank you all.